Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a day in the life video. I'm just gonna take you along in my day about what some things I'm doing, and this is just kind of like a realistic day in my life. I don't really have anything fun planned. Maybe some things here and there honestly will be really like spontaneous, but some things that I will be doing today, I'm working right now and I'm gonna just work for a few more hours before I go and run some errands, and then hopefully get to go book shopping tonight because I have a ton of Barnes & Noble's gift cards that I really want to spend and before I leave for the West Coast, so that I have some reading material to bring with me when I go to Oregon. But yeah, so it is at 12 p.m. now on June 7th, a Tuesday, and I'm starting this vlog a little late only because I just got up and was working all morning for like 3 hours straight. So I got some work done, but I thought that'd be kind of boring to vlog. So it is 12 p.m. now and I just posted a sponsorship, a paid sponsored post on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, follow my Bookstagram, follow my Instagram. So I just posted a sponsored post, so I'm gonna have to send the post in and like do everything on the back end and make sure that it's like completed. But before that, I definitely wanted to make a to-do list for the day. So usually I do everything on Notion. I plan my day in Notion and I plan my week, but I think for today it is super gloomy, and this is one of my biggest tips for being productive on a gloomy day, is just to write out the things you need to do, because I feel like when it's sunny and it's nice weather, I feel more productive. I know that like doesn't make any sense because usually you'd think that if the weather was nice you'd be less productive because you just want to go outside and hang out with friends. But for me, I'm a homebody. I love being at home, but that is also changing with like the weather. So it is a super gloomy day outside. I think it like rained earlier this morning, but it's just really cloudy. So I felt like one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a physical to-do list. So I'm gonna write some notes down that I have to do on this, and then I'll share a little bit about how I do that. Okay, so I just finished my to-do list, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy, especially with physical to-do lists. I feel like with my Notion, I put a lot of pressure for it to be like really cute and like aesthetic, even though sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. But I do like to keep my online planner a little bit more clean. But for physical planners, it's just a rundown of like all the things I need to do day of. So I don't really like care how it looks. So I just have this piece of paper and I usually just bring it with me everywhere I go. So I have like a physical copy of it, because I feel like when you have a physical copy of something, you're like forced to look at it and you're forced to interact with it. So some things I have on here, and I just have like check boxes and stuff. So I have to send in my sponsored content, create a social post for my job, finished the draft of what I'm working on for my job too. I have to go into the town and return my keys to my old bookstore job, return an order that I got from a store that didn't fit me, turn my timesheets in, and then I also have a line here where if I have extra time, these are some of the things that I'm doing. So if I have extra time today, I'm gonna try to take a sponsored post for a product that I got. I'm gonna try to create prompts for therapy because I have therapy tomorrow morning, and I really like to go into therapy with like kind of like an agenda, just because I feel like if I go into therapy with like no agenda, I just start rambling about like random things that like are not what I actually want to talk about, and then it's just a waste of like my session. And then lastly, this is probably not going to get done today, but if I have extra time, I want to start my packing list for Oregon because I leave for the West Coast in 5 days. 5 days, yeah, so it's coming up, so I really just want to start packing. I am a very last minute packer, and that's something that I definitely want to change about myself this year, especially as I begin to travel more. I just want to like pack a week in advance, honestly, or maybe just like 3 days in advance, because I find that when I get to my like destination, I'm always forgetting something. I'm always missing something, or I just forgot to bring something because I didn't have like the forethought and I didn't really plan out my packing. So that is the to-do list today, and then some other things on here will be just like some fun things. So super excited, and yeah, let's bring you along in my day. Okay, so if you all don't know, I have a lizard named Moby. He is a bearded dragon. He's about 8 months right now, but every morning I just come out and feed him, and it's lunchtime right now, so I'm also gonna feed him right now, and I can see that he's pooped a little bit, so I'm gonna clean that up. But if you're an animal lover or if you're a pet owner, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah. Because I'm gonna eat some lunch. It's probably just like a late lunch, but I don't know if you can see this, but it looks divine. I have mastered the art of making avocado toast the way I like them, which is just avocado toast on a like roll of ciabatta bread and then a fried egg on top, because the combination, and also with like red pepper flakes, so good. And then I have my coffee here, and I'm just gonna watch some YouTube while I eat, and then I'm gonna get back to work. So
it's for different scenarios that you submitted. So if you're not already subscribed, I asked over on my community page all the details for all the outfits in the description box.
All right, I'm about to head out to run some errands and then possibly go book shopping, but I wanted to show you the fit. I have been super into green this summer. I just feel like it's my power color. Blue used to be my power color, but honestly green is just, especially this like light green. I have a monochrome fit today just because it's kind of like my lazy fits. When I'm lazy, I like to do just like monochrome looks because they're the easiest and I have a lot of things in color. So I have this thrifted top, these thrifted bottoms that my roommate gave me. They are the perfect like spring pastel color, and then I have these adorable like chunky hoop earrings that look like jade, but they're not jade, and these are thrifted too. So this entire fit right here is thrifted, and it is such a blessing, and I just feel really like fun and bubbly when I'm wearing color. So that's the goal today, but yeah, I'm gonna head out and do some errands now. Alright, so I've finished up some errands, and now I'm gonna go pick up my partner and we're gonna go book shopping because I have a ton of Barnes & Noble's gift cards. Like, no joke, let me show you. I have all of these Barnes & Noble's gift cards equal to like almost $200, and I've just been saving them up and I haven't been using them. Not because I don't want to, it's just because I don't go to Barnes & Noble's often anymore. If I order books, it's usually from bookshop.org, or I get sent a lot of books, so I just read those, honestly. And yeah, I'm not really up to date with like the newest releases and everything, but we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble's, we're gonna spend some money, and then we're probably gonna do a book haul when I come back. I think that'll be really fun to show you some of the books I got. I already have like a huge list in my phone of the books that I want, but I always love going to bookstores and like reading new titles and like finding something new. So I'll definitely be doing that. And then after, we're gonna grab some dinner because, like I said, it's my last week in St. Paul and I want to explore some more restaurants or go to some of our favorite restaurants. So that's the agenda for today. And other than that, I look forward to coming back and relaxing at home, honestly, just because today I feel like I've been super productive, honestly. I don't know, it's a gloomy day, it's gloomy as heck, there's like no sunshine in sight, but I feel super productive for some reason, and I got a lot of work done, got a lot of meetings done today, and yeah, so we're gonna go. from our Barnes & Noble's trip, and I have a very special person with me, and we're gonna haul all the books that we bought. We basically spent all our gift cards today, and we're just gonna show you some of the books we got. So we'll go like one at a time. Yeah? Okay, I'll go first. So the first one I got is The Girl from the Sea. I actually haven't heard of this one. I just saw that it was like a graphic novel, and it like is mermaids and it's queer, so I just kind of picked it up. Because actually I confused this with this book, Out of the Blue by Jason June. I've actually heard of this one, and I was going there to look for this, but I thought that they kind of look the same, right?
Yeah,
they do look the same.
I think the story looks similar as well.
Yeah, I think it's like queer mermaids, people, so these cool books. Okay, your turn.
So the first book I got is this one, Uprooted by Naomi Novik. This was all of my books are recommendations from Alex.
Those.
Most of them, actually,
yeah.
Like this one as well. But this was the first book that I started reading. We were reading in Barnes & Noble's before we even bought the books, so I'm really excited to keep going with the story. Apparently it's very highly rated and always...
I mean, it's just an old book. I think it came out in like 2017.
Yeah.
That's pretty old.
You thought that I had read it before and kept insisting, but I genuinely had never seen the cover.
Wait, really?
Yeah, genuinely.
That's crazy. I don't know who read it. I'm pretty sure like one of my close friends. Yeah, but okay. Next one I got is The Stationery Shop, and this one I've actually seen. I don't know, I just seen it on Instagram. It was also recommended by Subtle Asian Book Club. I think they had it as one of their like book club books. And this is like a really fancy copy with like deckled edges, but apparently this is a really sad book, and I don't know why recently I've been reading a lot of sad books, but look how pretty it is. Isn't it so pretty?
I watched your video on the sad videos too.
Oh, like this one?
The sad book video that we posted.
Oh yeah. No, but a lot of people say this is like really, really sad, so I'm excited for this. I think it's like, I forgot where it takes place, but yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Nice. So the next one I went and got was The Throne of the Five Winds by S.C. Emmett. So this is one that was not recommended. It's really rare by Alex. And
what is it about?
It's just a high fantasy story around. Let me reread the back again.
Here, just read it. Two queens,
two concubines, 6 princes, innumerable secret agendas, a single hidden blade. So high fantasy and court intrigue, which is something I haven't read in a long time, and I want to kind of get back into it because it's always a topic that interested in me. And this is I believe a trilogy or just a series, and I wanted to get a book that was a starter series, so I had something that I can go off of again.
The only reason I think it's good is because Tasha Suri says it's good. Okay. So
I'm hoping. This is definitely like a throw of the dart.
I've literally never heard of that, like ever. Yeah. I've never even seen it featured anywhere.
It was interestingly in the science fiction section as well.
Oh, science fiction. Oh, yeah. Probably sci-fi fantasy.
Sci-fi fantasy or something.
Yeah, he's definitely more of a sci-fi reader. I feel like I am more open to trying different genres. Like I read like a fiction, like romance, and then I can also read like historical fiction, and I read a lot of like LGBTQIA, although that's not like a genre, but I feel like you just kind of like are sci-fi fantasy.
I gravitate towards high fantasy and sci-fi just because that's what I grew up on, but I've also, every time that you recommended a book, I've always read it.
And it's good. Oh,
and it's always been like contemporary,
sometimes.
Well, most of them, yeah. Romance or contemporary stuff that I'm not usually used to enjoying reading. Whenever you recommend a book, I always read it.
Yeah. Alright, next one, 4 Aunties and a Wedding by Jessie Q. Sutanto. This is the sequel. I actually didn't know there was going to be a sequel, but this is the sequel to Dial A for Aunties, which was one of my favorite books of 2021. It's just so funny. Also, you can finish it in like a day. I read Dial A for Aunties in one sitting, like literally just kept flipping pages because it's so funny. So yeah, highly recommend this book. It also touches upon like Chinese Indonesian culture, which I feel like isn't like talked about enough, or like is not an ethnic group that's like represented. So yeah, I'm excited about this.
I'm glad that you're reading those sequels to that. The next one for me is Leviathan Wakes. I wanted to get another series because I've been going through a bit of a reading drought, so I wanted to kind of get into a series that would force me to get another book. Yeah, it's hefty, it's a big boy. So I actually got into science fiction really recently because of 2 books, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars and the recommended Illuminated Files, even though there's issues with that.
Bro, did you even see how many books are in this series?
Yes, I did. They're all in Barnes & Noble's on all the shelves, so I know that I can get them.
Why would you commit to this?
Because I am a masochist. I don't know, but I wanted to capture the feeling. I've been looking for science fiction books that capture the feeling I got from To Sleep in the Sea of Stars, and I'm hoping this one will do that. Yeah, so definitely on a sci-fi binge right now, and I'm hoping this will satisfy it. Apparently it's very popular, so...
Yeah, it looks kind of like, I mean, George R. R. Martin, so it kind of looks like along the lines of like Game of Thrones, or like, well,
like science fiction.
The science fiction of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
The Game of Thrones of science
fiction.
No,
the science fiction of Game
No, the Game of Thrones.
The Game of Thrones of science fiction. No, we're both wrong. Yes,
yeah.
So definitely, probably going to be a long journey with all these different books in the series, but I'm looking forward to spending a lot of money in the future. So
well, I'm excited for you to read that and tell me your thoughts. Okay, next one, Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I feel like ever since Emily Henry kind of just like started publishing. I know she did YA, and then she started publishing her romance books, and they all got popular, like People We Meet on Vacation and Beach Read, like New York Times bestsellers. And then every time she comes out with a new romance book, like the covers look the same, you know what they look like? Every time she comes out with a new romance book, they like fly off the shelves and they become super popular, and they're so good too. Like I think they all have interesting like premises, and I think this one is really cute because her other ones, People We Meet on Vacation and Beach Read, were book oriented, like they talked about books, but I feel like this one is like book lovers. Like this one's gonna be so good. I feel like this is gonna be my favorite one out of the trio so far. And I'm just excited. Like Emily Henry's, I feel like I'm gonna save this for when I'm going to the airport though, because I read Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation at the airport.
Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense. I was hoping you read that next, so I think I could steal it before you leave, because it looks like a book that I would enjoy.
I mean, did you read People We Meet on Vacation?
I didn't, but you gave me the other romance books that I really liked. I cannot remember who was it by, but
who?
Well, the Kiss Quotient and the Bride.
No, that's Helen Huang.
I know it's different author, but it's that kind of style. I'm
yeah.
guessing in terms of writing.
Different. Yeah, I did guess, but like no, these books are so good. Like they're just like so good. The writing and like the story is so good, and the characters are so three-dimensional. So yeah, I'm probably gonna read this one next out of everything.
Awesome.
Last book.
Right. Last book for me. This one's For the Wolf by. I can't see this name.
Hannah Witten.
Hannah Witten. Is that right?
Witten.
Witten, yes. And already people have been saying stuff on Alex's platform.
Yeah, this is a really popular book. I think the sequel just came out, which is why it's been popping up. Okay. That's why it's like 50% off and it's paperback, because the next book came out recently.
Gotcha. So yeah, I wanted another. It is fantasy, right?
It's fantasy.
Yeah, I wanted another book, and this was another recommendation from Alex. So hopefully, I don't know. Sometimes I just seem to miss books that have been popular for a long time. So I'm hoping I'll be able to enjoy this one and get into it.
Yeah, I feel like also because when you started reading, you just read so much YA, like you didn't even know about the adult fiction the adult like fantasy and sci-fi that exists, like because you missed like an entire era of books.
I did buy a lot of YA books when I was younger, so that could be it as well. But yeah, excited for this book, especially because people were messaging Alex about when you posted
when I posted
it, right?
Story,
yeah, so looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's actually a book I would want to read for myself, even though I really don't like fantasy. Like all my books I bought here, none of them are fantasy.
I could argue that the mermaid books are fantasy.
The mermaid, they're more, I think they're like I feel like a lot of those are speculative fiction too. Not sci-fi, but the Uprooted is... Nah, never mind, they're not.
I would say this is, from the couple of pages I read, it's kind of like medieval fantasy.
Oh, okay, it's medieval. History, yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, last book that I got is so funny. I feel like, not ashamed to be showing this, but kind of just like... I don't know, reveal something about my life. I got Atomic Habits, the like world famous book, the one that everyone says will like change their life. I've literally seen this on so many YouTube channels, like people who don't read, like YouTubers, they'll be like, I read this book called Atomic Habits and it changed my life. Like this book is actually like good. Like, so it's tiny changes, remarkable results, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. Yeah, this is just, I mean, it's a super popular book. You probably already know. I received a lot of DMs about people telling me that it was good too and telling me to read it. And I just bought it mostly because like, I feel like it's not maybe that I need it, like that I was like looking for it. I think it's just because like, since after graduating college, like I feel like I need some sort of like thing to tell me what to do. Yeah, and I've mostly been just looking for like YouTube videos for that, like watching other people go through like changes, but I feel like this is a good book. I don't know, this looks super interesting. Like just look at it looks
like a hardcore self-help book.
Yeah, but like, but I think what I like about this book is that it emphasizes the idea of like tiny changes. That's why, look how cool this is. It says Atomic Habits, and then in the beginning it's like atomic, an extremely small amount of a thing, and then habit, a routine or practice. Like, cool. So like, yeah, like tiny changes, and I feel like we're all too, this world is like stuck on like remarkable things, like
very quick changes.
Yeah.
That's a really cool cover too. I really like that.
I feel like it's not your type of book. Like, I would classify this as a self-help book.
Yeah, that's why I thought, like, just reading from the kind of like an easy, improving way to build habits. It's like
that's why. Yeah, I don't know. I feel some sort of way sharing like self-help books, because I feel like self-help books like reveal a lot about your life too. So like, yeah, when you like buy them. But yeah, I just thought this was, I actually don't like reading self-help books. I read a lot of like manual books or whatever, and I just never like, I just skim. That's why I feel like it's bad. But no, I'm gonna read this book all the way through and probably do like a reading vlog or something, because I kind of want to see like what changes and like kind of give a review.
Reactions to it. Yeah,
kind of give a review about it. I think it's cool. Yeah. So that is, I'm gonna end the vlog there, but thank you so much for following me on a day in my life. Hope you've enjoyed. We're so excited to read our books, our brand new books. I haven't gone shopping like this for books in like, I don't think I've ever I've never bought like 6 books.
Major book haul, like with just like money, right? So.
Yeah, I've never bought 6 books like in one go, because that's just like too expensive. I think especially now that books are so expensive. Also because I receive most books now, so like I don't really need to like go out and buy them.
Very lucky.
But yeah, so these are all our books, and I will probably do like, you know, check up some. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.